on the platforms. Let's go. All right. We are launching, baby. All right. We are live on a few. How do I dock this? Oh, there we go. That's better. All right. Check. Can you see me? Am I here? All right. Let's get the rest of the platforms launched. All right. And everything is live. Oh, let me put on D&D. All right. And we will start the show in 1 second. Starting now in 3, 2, 1. What is up, team? Welcome back to headquarters. Your Antifa CEO here on this beautiful Monday, November 24th. I hope that everyone had a great weekend. You know, I'm trying to figure out if it's best to try to be in your feeds every day. I don't know. It takes a lot, and I'm not always near the recording equipment. With that being said, we know that this week is Thanksgiving week, of course. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach it. I'm going to try my best to be in your feeds every day this week. I'm going to try my best to make sure that we have something in the feed for Tuesday and Wednesday. And for Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to try to subversively get a podcast recorded. It may have to be on my phone or something like that. But, you know, honestly, with so much technology nowadays, there really isn't any sort of excuse for me to not be here with my people. So I'm going to try to make it a point to get some content in that feed, although it might not just be a live stream. But I appreciate everybody showing up today. We do have a couple of things to discuss. In terms of headlines right away, we have James Comey's charges being dropped because the Donald Trump administration, Lindsay Halligan, the U.S. attorney from, I forget what district, whatever. But she doesn't have a job now. She's literally out of a job because the judge that threw out the case also ruled. So he threw out Comey's case, and he also ruled that Lindsay Halligan was illegally appointed, and therefore she is unemployed. Pretty much said that her badge needs to be canceled at the Department of Justice and that she no longer works in that position, that the Trump administration essentially tried to claim power that was not theirs, and therefore, so there's a vacancy. But that spot will be momentarily filled by the court. It's a 3-judge panel that's going to fill that spot, the district court. And from there, I'm sure there's going to be some emergency appeal from Trump and whatnot, but from there, they're going to have to get someone that is Senate confirmed before that spot will be filled. So with that being said, you know, just a little bit of road bumps for your boy Donnie in his, whatever we want to call it, campaign for vengeance. You know, I guess we have to be somewhat happy or at least relieved that these people are so just incompetent. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're not letting our guard down because of this perception of incompetence. You know, we have to make sure that we stay vigilant at all moments, that we're fighting and pushing back on all moments, that, you know, we can't give up. We can't give up. With that being said, there was a huge break on Twitter. I want to say that was Friday. My days are all kind of blurring together. Really quick, I'm just going to be honest with you. I am working my 12-hour shift jobs right now. Today is day 6. I haven't gone to work yet, but I'm going to work in a little bit. It is day 6 out of 9. I am about to, 72 hours straight. I just got off of 60. All my days are blurred together. All the news is blurred together. I am a little bit discombobulated, but regardless, I am here fighting for the working class people every day because that is what this moment requires. So, with that being said, we dropped our code of ethics. The new Antifa Code of Ethics is hot on our Substack. You can find it. You can just Google Antifa Code of Ethics. You can search us on Substack. You can look us up on every platform, MTCSTW or The Propaganda Factory. And I'm not going to sit here and read it to you, but I do want to just highlight the overarching theme for our code of ethics, and I do want to read just the what our code, our 4 tenets. So when it comes down to it, we've agreed on 4 tenets that we in Antifa should live by. With that being said, those 4 tenets are compassion, empathy, solidarity, and no mercy. So from that, we'll expand. I'm going to actually maybe save that for the Thursday episode that we're going to expand. And I also did a read over. So not only did we publish the Code of Ethics, but I personally did a read over for our comrades because I wanted to make sure that it was effectively communicated. There's no room for interpretation, and that that this is coming straight from the top down, that there's no anything. We're not injecting anything. It's thin, it's lean. I tried to be as compact as possible. The entire code is about 800 words, I think, like that. It takes about 5 minutes to read, and we have the audio available for you to listen. But with that being said, as I'm spreading the code, I'm spreading it to our org members. Some on Reddit have given me a little pushback, and I'm not going to lie to you, it was a little bit upsetting because, of all the platforms, you would think, it seems like Reddit would be the easiest to be the most successful on for me. And I do have some decent karma. I don't really do Reddit every day, but I do have some decent karma, and I've got that all like really quickly when I was trying to, get legit on Reddit. But one thing that's really aggravating to me about Reddit is there's no real way for things to just flow in and out of communities because all these little mods are on their freaking power kicks, and they just sit there and like, I don't know, man. And it's like, how are you modding a leftist group, something that's supposed to be advocating for working class solidarity, but you're not letting messages flow in between the working class solidarity groups? It makes absolutely zero sense to me. Maybe it's just them policing me. I don't know. But Reddit mods, y'all definitely have to get it together with some of these groups. I don't want to call out anyone, but Late Stage Capitalism, Boring Dystopia, the anti-work mod group, like some of those people in there, I don't think you're really like reading what's being published, not only from me, but from everyone else, because I see some of the things that other people are posting. I'm like, what the hell? You're going to sit here and send me the rules? What about these hundreds of posts that I just read that go completely against the rules? It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. We're focused, we're centered on making sure that Antifa is living by the code of ethics that we put out. We're making sure that all members are aware. And regardless, look, if you're scared, that's the thing about it. Let me be 100% honest with you right now. If you're scared, I understand, because right now is the time where you're supposed to be scared in some capacity. Whenever they are coming at us with every tool in the toolbox, whenever we have a president coming up there calling us sick left radicals, cannot hear? Hold on, human rights govern. You can't hear on TikTok? I'm looking at my mixer. I got audio on TikTok. If anybody else can't hear, please let me know in the TikTok chat, but human rights govern. Okay, we hear you. Thank you. Oh my God, the Antifa frog is here. Guys, I got to stop fangirling. I'm meeting all these people, all these big creators. We're getting a lot of people on our network. The freaking Antifa frog is here, though. Got to be on my best behavior. But now is the time that we are supposed to be scared, because they're coming at us with every tool in the toolbox. This administration, the president of the United States, is getting up there calling us sick left radicals, calling us vermin, calling us all these things, calling for sitting members of Congress to be hanged, all right, for sedition. Let's talk about sedition. Let's talk about the sedition that we just witnessed over the weekend. Let's talk about how Elon Musk, apartheid segregationist billionaire, is funneling billions of dollars to foreign entities so that they can sow discourse in our country. If that is not sedition, I do not know what is. Because over the weekend, we saw with a new excuse me, we saw with a new feature that was added to X that we could see where people who controlled certain pages where they originated. Now, this feature is common on Facebook. You can see it on our Facebook pages. You can go to Memes That Can Save the World or the Propaganda Factory. You can see right there that we are made in America. That's part of the reason that I get on here with my face, my voice, my likeness every day, so no one can sit here and say that I'm a Russian bot. It's partially why I don't take any infighting either, but hey, it's whatever. So we saw on Twitter that all of these MAGA influencers who are literally bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from their influence campaigns are being paid, and that money is going to India, Nigeria, Macedonia, Israel, Serbia, Russia, all these countries, not one of them American, all these MAGA influencers. And it just goes to show you that these troll farms take Elon's citizenship. Worse than that, because Elon is a citizen of this country, which means that he is committing subversion. He is committing sedition against this country, and he shall be treated accordingly. We want to talk about what happens to Congress people who let the military know to follow the law. Elon, follow the law. Obviously, he is not. And the fact that we aren't holding him culpable, Donnie Johnny, you better hit him with the pardon out on the way out. That's all I have to say. Donnie Johnny better pardon every single billionaire, because those tools will still be in the toolbox. Billionaires, be on notice. You will not last. We can't take his citizenship, but I tell you what, we can exert the force of the American government on that citizen. That's for sure. You can line up. You can get $1 billion in lawyers. You can hire every law firm in the country if you want. I guarantee you that's an open and shut closed case. You are committing acts against the people of the United States, Elon Musk, and you will be treated accordingly. You're committing acts against every single working class people in the world, in every single democratic country. You go to Germany, you go give speeches to the far right, and then you sit there and try to, I'm not far right. Come on, bruh. Come on. I'm not stupid. Nobody told me to not like Elon Musk. Nobody told me to not like Donald Trump. I open up my eyes. I open up my ears. I look and listen as to what these people are saying. I see how they treat other people. And frankly, I think we need to treat them exactly like that, because the way that people treat other people is the way that they want to be treated. And so we need to treat all of these MAGA clowns the same way that they're treating poor brown immigrants. And MAGA will get mad at me when I say that. But hey, stop treating them badly then. All right? Coming to this country illegally is less of a crime than driving over the speed limit. And I can guarantee you that every MAGA loser is driving over the speed limit, literally spitting on the Constitution, wiping their ass with the Constitution that they're trying to gatekeep from poor immigrants. I said it before, I'll say it again. I would rather 75 million illegal immigrants that don't speak a lick of American over all of these MAGA clowns. I would trade them in a heartbeat. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I would trade them in a heartbeat. MAGA, this is not where you come to have your feelings coddled. This is not a safe space for MAGA. You can go to all those other little debate lives with their profit motives and all those things. That's not what this is. Here is for core radicals. Here is where we play with fire, where we stoke the flames, where we come together to show force. And that force, I am proud to announce right here today to you people. Right here to our Antifa Mighty. With all of the creators that we've put together in our network, between our group chat and all of our friends and affiliates, we have crossed the threshold of 8 million followers in our collective network. That means that between all of the creators that we have at a fingertips notice, we have 8 million people that are following those pages that we can communicate in real time. Real time. That's what we're fighting for right now, is to be able to speak to sick left radicals in real time wherever they are. That's why I'm going to make it a point to get a podcast to you in your feeds for Thanksgiving, because I will be recording it subversively. I'll have to do it on my phone, but I know that people sitting around that dinner table, they want to hear this propaganda. You know, someone on Reddit, what was his name? Username, pull the lever, Kronk. I remember it because it was really funny. All right, pull the lever, Kronk. Told me that there is no Antifa, and by saying anything else, I am spreading right-wing propaganda and I am damning socialist ideas. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Now, pull the lever, Kronk. I understand if you do not want to fight. I understand if you want to be scared, if you want to cower, if you don't want to use your voice, if you don't want to use your face. But that's what people like me are for. That's what your CEO is for. I understand that working class people do not have the time to be out here fighting every day. So as your CEO, I make the time to make the case, to drive recruitment, to drive revenue. Just this week, we met a great creator on TikTok, just onboarded him to Substack, just got him into our network, Dr. Greg. Huge shout out to Dr. Greg. And the craziest thing happened. We met Dr. Greg. It was like 2 a.m. my time. And then by the time Joey Does It goes live that day, Dr. Greg is on Joey's live. So Joey met up with Dr. Greg all in this 24-hour period. It just goes to show you the algorithm is hot. The algorithm is pushing us towards subversion. The algorithm is bringing sick left radicals together. And even though these right-wing algorithms are dampening us, maybe it's communist China, I don't know, shout out to you. But thank you for all of the sick left radicals that I am meeting, because together we will go all the way. Together we will liquidate the billionaires, and together we will turn every mega yacht into a coral reef. With that, we're going right into our sponsors. Today, right before Thanksgiving, we want to make sure we're plugging Veau Noir. That's right, VOIXNOIRE.com. If you want to help feed a family this holiday season, please tap in with VauxNoir.com. That's VOIXNOIRE.com. This stream on 7 platforms live and uploaded to 20 platforms after the fact is brought to you by Liquidate the Billionaires. That's right, Liquidate the Billionaires, with their ambitious goal to turn every mega yacht into a coral reef. Please tap in with Team Liquidate on every platform. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. I'm getting hot. I'm fiery. You know, on day 6 out of 9, on going on 72 hours out of 108 hours, all that I can fuel myself on is all that I can fuel myself on is the fumes that I have of sleep and just the raw fire that's in me to continue pushing for the working class people. I will fight every day, every moment, every opportunity that I am given, and I will never in my life comply in advance. My wife's a little upset about that. She's like, hey, you getting online, you saying some crazy things. I know. We're pushing it. We are pushing the line. But I guarantee you, this administration, as incompetent as they are in court, would do me a favor by hauling me in, would do me a favor by having this beautiful face on all the newspapers, all over Fox News as the CEO of Antifa. I would be proud. It would be the proudest day of my life to be arrested by this administration. Now, am I a fool? Maybe. Who knows? But if I am a fool, what does that make you? What does that make all of my sick left radicals who wrap their arms around me, who embolden me, who hold me up, who push me forward, who tell me to keep fighting? What does that make all of you? Because if I'm a fool, then I'm the dumbest brick on the wall, because together we are the shield that will protect those that are lesser among us. Because, comrades, we have to make sure that the people in the center of our movement, the core of our movement, are those that are most vulnerable. We have to make sure that every single person that needs to be protected is folded into our movement, and they have to go through every single comrade to get to them, because that is strength. Strength is not casting aside those who might not be able to keep up with you. No, strength is making sure that the pace is inclusive. Strength is making sure that no one is left behind. And when it comes to working class solidarity, when it comes to the liberation of the working class people, we will pick up every comrade, we will dust off every comrade, and we will march hand in hand into the ultimate goal of the liberation of the working class people, to the ultimate goal where every mega yacht is a coral reef, to the ultimate goal of a world without billionaires. Legally, of course. All the tools in the toolbox are there. Every tool is there. You show me a billionaire, I'll show you a criminal. There won't be 12 billionaires on that jury. There won't even be one. It's just that simple. These cases are easy. We don't need half the DOJ to make the case. You know, Donnie's showing us that they're plucking people off the street. They're plucking incompetent people off the street. Those people can't make the cases, but I guarantee you take a regular public defender, fresh out of law school lawyer, he could probably mop the floor with the whole department of billionaire lawyers, because these people are committing crimes every day right in front of our face. Right in front of our face. We all have the screenshots, Elon. We know for a fact that you're paying foreign agents. You are paying foreign agents to try to destroy America. God, man. And you look, maybe it's sick left radical. Maybe it's communist, socialist, whatever. Call me whatever you want. Okay? But when the richest guy in the world can easily see, because think about it, if they turn that feature on, he knew where these people were at. You really think he knew exactly where these people were at? You mean to tell me that the richest man in the world, with the tool to see where any user on his platform is in the world, especially users that he agrees with, especially users that he's sending tens of thousands of dollars a week to, that he didn't look to see where they're at? He knows. Elon knows exactly what he's doing, but he thinks that we're stupid. He thinks that we're stupid. He thinks that we will not fight back. I got news for you. We're fighting. We're fighting, baby. We're fighting every day. And we're coming. I'm not going to set no money on fire right now. I'm inside. I'm in the studio. But you know me. I'll burn a couple $100 on camera to make a point. If it means that these billionaires can see the image of what liquidate the billionaires really is, hell, I'll do it. You know, the propaganda fund, we can afford it. We're not rolling in the dough, but we can afford it, you know. It's prop money, whatever. You heard it here. 22 minutes in on this podcast episode. Y'all better not repeat it anywhere. If you see me burning money online, it's prop money. Shh. But we are showing force, baby. I'm on this energy because 8 million people in our network, dude. I set the goal to hit 4 million people by this year. We set the goal for 4 million people by the end of this year. It's November. We still got a month left. We hit 8 million. We doubled the goal. Our goal of 25 million by next March, I think we could probably hit that by February. I don't want to be too ambitious. I don't want to make too many promises that I can't keep. You know, your CEO is a swing for the fences type of guy. But hey, when we made the goal of 4 and we hit 8, my goodness, absolutely crazy. Vinko, I see you in the chat on TikTok. Thoughts on Saudi Arabia buying Hollywood? I do not like it at all, especially the fact they're buying EA. They're buying up all kinds of things, you know, and Donnie is selling us out. You know, Donnie's letting his family get rich, and we're getting to stay poor. Vinko, if you want to come up, if anybody wants to come up on the live on TikTok, I can take you as a guest, and your voice will be heard by the rest of our platforms, 6 other platforms, and will be uploaded after the fact. I do want to hear my regular people. I want to hear how capitalism is beating y'all down. I know that it might not seem as inviting right now. We're working on our, this little video thing. We got the audio, though. Audio's crisp, the video is decent, I got the camera. We're doing better. We're improving for you, and this wouldn't be possible for you. To all the other chats right now, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Every time I do this, when you're live on 7 different platforms, you forget where everybody's at. YouTube, I'm sorry. I see y'all right now. I can't believe we have this many viewers. Thank y'all. This is really nice. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I neglected y'all, and I will make it a point to try to make sure to have all the chats up when we're doing this. I'm telling you though, I'm new at the game, but I'm trying to stay true to the game. I'm trying to make sure that we are not only everywhere, but able to talk to everybody. We got some of our team members getting scheduled on the pod, so you will be hearing people from our network and whatnot that will be coming soon. I don't want to start throwing any names or anything yet, but We're recruiting from the group chat. Let's go. We just got our first follower on Twitch, baby. If you are still here, Susan, thank you so much for that follow. I'm so sorry that I'm just getting to you now. I just pulled up the Twitch stream to make sure that we were live. I'm seeing you. You are our first follower on Twitch, baby. So you are the first drop that will be the tsunami. That is the working class revolution. We're fighting, baby. We're fighting every day, and I'm fighting for you. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds insane. I know it sounds all the things. But when it comes down to it, we have to have a fighter. We have to have people that's ready to go out there and give everything for the working class solidarity movement. And I feel like that's what I'm doing. I feel like, especially on day 6 out of 9, I'm still choosing to get on here and cut my propaganda for the people. Shit, boy, this is the best day of my life. 8 million followers, man. I'm so hype. I need a soundboard. We need effects. I need the DJ horn. You know, I'm so hyped right now. I'm so excited because this really is the beginning. I feel it. And I know that when I speak to y'all, I know that when y'all hear this, I know that you feel it too. You know, that's why I know that this is real, because right now I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps right now. I know that this is real because in me there's a fire, okay? And it burns. It burns uncontrollably sometimes. And when I meet my fellow comrades, I feel their warmth. I feel that same flame. We come together, we speak, and we immediately see that we are on the same page, that the energy is different. That we understand that these billionaires are trying everything in their books to take everything that we have. We understand that we have to be unethical, that we have to match that energy, that we have to fortify our communities. We understand all the things. Comrades, the fire is burning. It's burning. We're playing in it. We're dancing in it. We feel the flames is hot. We got to stay focused. We got to bend this fire. We're firebenders now. Sorry, I know that some people didn't want to be firebenders. We are firebenders. We are firebenders because that's what this moment needs. If any moments in the history of moments of all of human history required us to be fiery, then right now is that time. We have to, everything they're doing to us, we got to hold up the mirror, baby. We have to match that energy. I'm going to put that on a shirt. I got to re-update the merch store. I stopped with the merch because, you know, everybody's selling merch. Everybody's selling merch. Everybody's doing mutual aid. Everybody's doing everything. We're doing mutual destruction. Legally, of course. We are doing mutual destruction. We are giving people the chance to fight back. Can't. I see you, boy. I need you to get my Discord popping. I see you on the TikTok chat. Hey, Can't. Give a shout out to the Antifa Frog, boy. You in the chat with royalty right now. The freaking Antifa Frog from Portland, baby. I'm sorry for fanning on you all the time, but you just don't realize, dude. You just don't realize. It's like, man, the people you want to grow up to be. You know, they say you don't want your heroes to be the same age as you. I don't know how old you are, but I feel like we're in the same cohort. You low-key my hero, bro. You low-key inspired me every day. Today I was a little tired. I kind of wanted to skip on my stream. But you inspired me because you stood in the face of oppression. You stood and took pepper spray in your freaking breathing hole. I mean, come on, bruh. You know, that's the type of things that our comrades do for the working class solidarity movement. That's the type of things that our comrades do to fight back against oppression. And that's why I know this is real, because when I see things like that, I feel that fire. I feel like I need to go and do that too. So ICE, when you deploy in my region, just know that the Antifa CEO will be there to meet you in the face. And if you spray it, hey, it's going to make great content. Snotting and crying and all, they're going to make great content. I'm going to be everywhere, baby. Everywhere. I hope to make it to Fox News. I want to. It is my dream right now for all of these right-wing clowns to see me, to see an educated black man in America claiming to be the CEO of Antifa, putting every billionaire on notice, letting all these MAGA clowns know that we will fight back. It's my dream right now. It's my dream. I'm going to keep dreaming. You know, Martin had a dream. We're following up from that dream. We're following up because in his dream, it was equality. It was that the people who were cast out from society gain access to what society is providing. And honestly, we are still fighting to attain that dream. Just because they don't cast us out based on the color of our skin, which honestly, in many cases they do, they are casting us out based on our socioeconomic status, based on how much money we have on our bank account, based on where we are employed, determines if we get access to health care, if we get access to housing, if we get access to food. Well, no more. The working class people deserve everything that the working class people are building. We do not need gatekeepers. We do not need pimps. We do not need dealers to sell us stepped on product for marked up prices so that they can sail around on their mega yachts. No, every mega yacht, a coral reef. I have to cut it soon. My time is limited, but still I chose to come here and fight for you. I chose to use my voice. I chose to use my face. And every one of you that says I'm stupid, maybe I'm a dummy. But I'm proud to be a dummy. I'm proud to be the CEO of Antifa. And I'm proud to stand up for working class people every day of my life. On day 6 of 9, in the middle of one of the longest stretches I have to work all the time for this job, I'm so exhausted. I miss my family. But you're my family too. And I love every one of you. And it's not some mooey gooey BS. You know, whenever you speak to people every day, whenever you fight for people every day, it has to come from a place of love. And for many of you, I'll never meet you. But for those that I'm fortunate enough to exchange words with, please know, you're on my mind, you're on my heart. And I don't care if I gotta come back reincarnated, dog. We will liquidate the billionaires, baby. And we won't stop. I appreciate everyone. I have to cut it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would not be anything without you. And it's not about the followers. It's not about anything. It's about the inspiration that you give me to strive to be a better man. It's about the inspiration that you give me to strive to fight. And it's about all of the energy that you give me to hold me up on my darkest days. When I feel like I have nothing left, I look to my comrades. And my comrades say, you have everything. And for that, I'm truly grateful. I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. Stay subversive until tomorrow, until Wednesday, until Thursday, until every day. We will fight. We will fight. Thank you. All right. We just cut the recording. That's our podcast episode. We're putting it up on every platform. I'm hot and fiery. It's crazy right now. Equilibrium. Look, I'll take you real quick. You're not on the rest of the streams though, but I'll chat you real fast before we end. What's up? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's good, baby?
Are you the CEO of Antifa?
I am. How are you?
Not too bad. I didn't know there was a CEO.
Yeah, man, we got a CEO. I just dropped the code of ethics. We got CEO, CFO, controller, accountants, operative. We got everything. Everything. What do you want to be in Antifa? That's the question you need to ask yourself.
I don't think I want any part of Antifa.
Is it because you're scared?
No, I just think it's stupid.
Okay. Well, that's fine for you, buddy. You can think whatever you want, but we're fighting for you every day. I appreciate everybody. Y'all be cool. Thank y'all so much. I am cutting the stream, though. If you want to hear our recording after the fact, it's the Propaganda Factory on all platforms. Thank you so much for Bare Necessity. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Bare Necessity. Oh, I see you're from Dr. Greg's crew. Huge shout out to Dr. Greg. Tell him I shouted him out on the pod today. I know that we're going to be doing a lot of work with Dr. Greg, and I really appreciate just all the people that we're meeting. So, all right, family, peace out.